Hi, I'm Elizabeth Baker. I am 37 years old and I own an investigations and process services company here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, I'm Rich Baker. I also own a process service and investigations business here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm 46 years old.
And I am his boss.
Well, no, really, I'm your boss.
Not really, but whatever. I pretty much just tell him what to do with work. It's fine.
Yeah, sometimes.
So our house hunting experience has been quite the journey. We have a 4 and a 6-year-old, and we have looked at many places. We want to get somewhere a little more coastal, so we have settled on Charleston, South Carolina.
And I've been all over the country, but it's the first time I've been to the lower East Coast, so I really enjoyed our trip.
Yeah, so let's see. We are a good team when it comes to houses. He does all the fixing,
And you do all the decorating.
and he pretty much helps me do anything that I need to do to make it look pretty, and he does all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's really important too.
So when we move to South Carolina, the first thing she'll want up is the pictures, but we might have some other work to do because I'm pretty handy with repairs.
Yes. So we are looking for, well, I can tell you that Rich is looking for a cookie cutter traditional ranch with zero character.
And I think Elizabeth is more of a Cape Cod design. She likes to have a little bit fancier decorations to the house on the exterior. But ultimately, we can agree on one thing. We both want mature trees and good landscaping.
That is true. That is true. When he says fancier, I get most of my decorations at Goodwill or thrift stores or, estate sales. So, I mean, fancy is kind of a stretch, but...
Well, she does a great job. She knows what she's doing when it comes to decorating. I think on the interior of the house, the things that I'm looking for are some good character, before the design comes into play. I like archways in the house. I like to have, nice solid wood floors. But more than anything, I think it's important in the house to have a good layout design, which makes it simple for our kids and our family.
And here's the difference. Rich's definition of solid hardwood floors in those new construction houses are those engineered wood that's done in a shop somewhere. I like the ones that are either original to the home or that someone has come and laid the wood, sanded it, stained it, and it's nice, real hardwood floors.
It's good to have those things, but it's a lot more maintenance.
That is true, but it looks a lot nicer. I like a lot of the older character, like the old tiles, the colorful things from, generations before, whereas
generations before is about right, because I think that character in a house is good. A lot of character is good, but when there's the little details that always have to be fixed up and repaired every other day, not so much, but we work with it.
It's worth it. Everybody says we have a beautiful home when they come in and see it, and we have all of those features here, and so it's been interesting, to say the least, in trying to find some of those features in South Carolina.
That's true. Well, it's getting chilly out here, don't you?
Yes, and this lovely St. Louis weather, it changes by the minute, which is another reason we are heading coastal. So.
Let's go inside.
Okay.
So to continue our discussion about architectural styles, I really do appreciate a traditional ranch style home. There's a lot of features to that type of home that appeal to me, particularly everything being on the first floor, easy to get around, don't have to worry about your kids falling down the stairs,
But you do get to worry about them hearing everything you're trying to do when you're trying to do other things and they're trying to sleep or nap or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, for me, simpler is better sometimes. It makes things a lot easier to move around the house and to decorate and design, in my opinion. But for me, the absolute dream home would be of a single floor design, large floor plan with a lot of exterior features that are appealing to the house as well. Again, I really like the landscaping of the home on the exterior, but between the features of the landscaping and the interior of the house, there's designs like archways, solid wood floors. Those are things that are really an appeal, in my opinion. But an absolute deal breaker for me would be an issue of having a detached garage, not having sidewalks on the property, no large mature trees in the yard, that type of thing as well.
If we had a detached garage, Rich would disappear and nobody would be able to find him. And that's the same with the landscaping he discussed. Rich will be like, oh, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to water. Okay, and so like 2 hours later, Dad, everybody's looking for Dad. So yeah.
But in the springtime, it's just pretty.
True, it is. So my dream home would be ideally beach view. I would love to be able to see the ocean from my home. Although I was born and raised here in Good old St. Louis, Missouri. I do love coastal living. I've lived in many states and actually out of the country as well, with water views, and it's lovely. The weather is better. So a beach home, 2-story, Cape Cod style or Craftsman, brick ideally, hardwood floors. I would love to have a pool, but someone else in the room doesn't agree with that.
Not so much. There's a lot of maintenance involved in a swimming pool in your yard.
But the kids would really like it. If the kids were standing here right now, that's all they'd be repeating over and over again is pool.
That and having your toes in the sand, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. So Dream Home would definitely have those features. I like to have the updated kitchen, but not too updated. Some of these modern twists aren't working for me, like the little glass tiles and things. I like the traditional subway tiles, very simple color palette, granite countertops. I like the custom cabinets. I'm not a big fan of the ones that we have in our current home, but they were already here with the soft close, and we have under cabinet lighting. We have a lot of nice features here, and we would absolutely love to find those in another home.
So, would you like to have your house next to the highway?
Absolutely not.
So what is it that's going to break the deal for you?
Deal breakers. If it was already at the top of our budget and there was carpet everywhere, I cannot do carpet. I think it's the grossest thing ever. I have little signs around the house that say, take off your shoes or clean my carpet's your choice.
You don't like when we squirm around the carpet, do you? Get our arms and our legs all into it and stuff.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
You don't know who's been on there or what they've stepped in before they've walked in it. It's pretty disgusting. I like a clean surface floor. So deal breakers for me, no garage at all. Or Rich's favorite. What's your favorite with the garages, Rich?
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Suddenly they have an extra bedroom, and why is that, Rich, on some of these homes?
Well, you know, if you're going to take your garage and convert it into a 4th or 5th or 6th bedroom, no, not so much.
Yeah.
It's for a car.
Yeah, that's one thing we actually do agree on, is the garage conversions. It just doesn't work for us. What other deal breakers do I have? I don't like it to be a house right up against like apartment buildings or anything, but as far as the actual features of the home, the popcorn ceilings, I love a lot of the blast from the past. I love them, but the popcorn ceilings are just not one of those things that work for me.
That is true.
I don't know, what are some of your other deal breakers that we've discussed?
Well, you know, I think the biggest problem that I would have with a house is on the inside, you know, not having first floor laundry.
And see, for me, that doesn't really matter so much. I mean, the stairs can get a little annoying, but unless you have a really, really quiet machine, you know, it being on the first floor can be kind of loud. I grew up with it always being in the basement. That is one of my deal breakers, is I really want a basement. But where we're moving, it's not looking so good. Things that I do like in our home that I can show you are our beautiful hardwood floors that everybody compliments. And if you come in through here, our old school bathroom tile. I love these type of these things, and I love stained glass. We've hung our own because a lot of homes don't have them, but I do love the stained glass. And the reason we are moving now is, it's no secret that the Ferguson thing happened in St. Louis, Missouri. We are process servers. We work in a law enforcement capacity, so we're basically court officers. Our job has gotten so dangerous. I have actually been on the same street when a shooting is occurring at least 3 times in the last 2 years. Since August 9th, it has been much more dangerous for us, and we do have 2 young children, and we would really like to get them in a safer environment.
So, you know, again, one of the reasons why we're interested in moving from St. Louis is, you know, Elizabeth and I have talked for years about wanting to move to the coast before the kids got into their first grade levels and develop new friendships. So here we go. Come on into the kitchen. So one of the things that I really like about our current home is the nice decoration design of the kitchen that we have currently, with the granite countertops, the nice cabinets with the self-closing features, you know, modern appliances, black appliances. And then the design that Elizabeth has put into the kitchen as well has been a great addition to the house as well. The French provincial design is one of the designs that I really like, and I hope we can incorporate into our next home. And I think that the wood floors carrying those into the kitchen was a nice feature as well. You know, one of the things that I have trouble with sometimes is back to the issue of carpet again that we talked about before. But you know, we created a space in our house for an office, and if you want to come in this direction.
Please excuse the mess on the desk.
Well, it's all good, but when I have to come home and go into the office to do a little bit of work, it's a little bit troublesome sometimes when you have to take off your shoes just to go in and sit at the desk.
Thanks for watching our audition video, and goodbye from the bakers in St. Louis, Missouri, soon to be in
South Carolina.
Yay!
Thank
Bye!
you.